Hello and welcome to Gapeys Garden. Today we're in the greenhouse taking a look at how our peppers are doing. So I got them transplanted about 2.5 weeks ago, and if you're one of my paid members on YouTube, you may have seen my transplanting video. I posted a little video on that process and what I put in the planting holes this year, which is a little bit different than what I normally put in. But if you are a paid member, you can go back and see that video. But we are seeing a lot of growth in just 2.5 weeks. We've had a bit of a heat wave here for the last week or so. It's still getting pretty cold at night in the 40s, but during the day it's been in the 80s, almost 90. So let's take a look. As you can see, I have not put down my straw mulch yet, which I normally put down about this time of year, so I'll probably be doing that here pretty soon. And another thing I haven't done yet is put on my cages. So I usually put on some tomato cages around the larger tomatoes. I can see a few in the back there that are getting pretty big, and I'm going to need to get some cages around those here pretty soon. But we're going to start here on the left side. We've got our tomato here. This is the mountain flare, and it has gone pretty crazy in this heat here. We've also got a basil plant in here. And we are starting with all of our jalapenos. So this one here is the Jedi F2. So this was a hybrid that I grew last year and saved seeds. So it is now an F2. It does not have any pod set yet, but it's got a few flowers coming out. And before I transplanted these, I pulled off all of the flowers because I didn't want them to set any fruit, because that usually will stunt the plant if you let it fruit too early. So all of these, any pods we see on here are all new pods that have grown since I transplanted them. This one here is the mammoth jalapeno, and we do have a few pods on this guy. So this is probably the biggest one there, and then we've got a few others coming along. That one's pretty good size too. So this one looks like it might be pretty productive. There's another one, little guy there. And then this one here is the Megatron, and we've got 3 pods set on this one as well. See if we could get to them. They're a little bit darker green than the mammoth over there, but they're looking really good. These should be pretty good size. And then this one back here is the Pantera jalapeno. This one is an F1 hybrid from, I believe, Johnny's is where I got the seeds. And we've only got 1 pepper set on that one so far, but this is supposed to be a large variety, kind of similar to the Jedi. And then this one is the Party Popper jalapeno. So this one is supposed to be good for, as you can tell from the name, for jalapeno poppers. But we're not seeing any peppers set on this one yet. We've got a few flower buds here in the middle, but hopefully we'll get some soon. This one here is called Temprana, and I have not grown this one before, but it looks like we've got 3 peppers set on this one as well. 3 seems to be the magic number for jalapenos, but we've got pretty good size on those. And then I think this is the last one of the jalapenos. This one is called Traveler's Strain. This is one I grew last season, and it kind of suddenly just died for no apparent reason. So I decided to try growing it again, and so far it's looking really good, although it does not have any peppers set on it yet, but we've got a few flower buds there, so it should be setting some soon. Now the rest of the peppers on this side of the greenhouse are the Mexican varieties. This one here is called Alcalde Chile. I think this one probably has the most peppers set on it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 on there. So that's a pretty good productivity there for that young of a plant, and it didn't have any peppers at all on it when I transplanted it. So that is pretty amazing. And then this one here is Chile de Agua, and we've got a couple of really good sized peppers on this one. We've got one there and another one back here. And then we've got our trifecta of Mexican varieties, the Guajillo. And I don't think I have any pepper set on this guy. We've got, of course, some flower buds there. Quite a few, actually. And then we've got our Poblano. This is a Sargento F1 hybrid. So this is, I think, my tallest pepper in the greenhouse. It is pretty huge. And I think it's only got, well, we have a couple of peppers set on it. We've got one there, and then a little guy back here. And then the last of the trifecta is the Pasilla, and I don't think we have any pepper set on this one either. We do have some blooms opening up here, so we should see some peppers on there pretty soon. All right, now let's take a look at the other side of the greenhouse. We've also got a tomato on this side, and this one is, let's see, that's the Save a Prayer. This is a heart variety tomato. I don't think I've ever grown a heart variety before, maybe once before, but I'm really looking forward to that one. I've been removing suckers on all the tomatoes lately because they're just growing like crazy. And we've got another basil over here, and we've got some volunteer tomatoes coming out here too. And a volunteer, I think that's a lettuce. And then this in here, this is the smallest pepper in the greenhouse. So this was kind of a rescue from a friend. This variety, let's see, that's called Yummy. So this is a sweet pepper, and it really needs some help. Although it does seem to be doing a little bit better. It's grown a little bit since I transplanted it, but not a whole lot. And then I've got another sweet pepper from a friend. This one, you know, I'm not even sure what that is. Catathrinia's Gold Italian, I think, something like that. I'm not seeing any peppers set on this one yet, but the plant looks, oh, actually we do have a pepper back here. It was hiding. So pretty good sized pepper there. I think it's similar to some of the other large sweet peppers that I've grown before that I'll show you in a bit. And then we've got red Lycia. I've grown the, I think it was orange Lycia before, but I haven't grown the red one. I don't see any pods set yet on this one. That seems to be growing kind of funky. It's got really big clusters of flowers here in a bunch of places, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, but it seems like there's too many flowers in one area, which I don't remember seeing on Lycia before. Now Escamillo, this is one I've grown before and one of my favorites. We've got 2 peppers set on this one, and they're pretty good size as well. It's really amazing that these didn't have any peppers on them just 2.5 weeks ago. And look at them now. But that one looks really good. And then we've got another one. This is Jolene's Rustic Italian that I've grown before a few times. One of my favorite Italian sweet peppers. And we've got a really nice sized pepper on this one. And this one I always stake because it gets super huge and super productive. And it'll probably break if I don't put it in a cage. And then we've got a new one for me this year called Asilio Italiano. And it kind of looks bell-shaped, actually. Kind of an upright bell, but I'll have to look and see if that's what it's supposed to look like or not. I wasn't expecting it to be that shape, actually. Now we're getting into some peppers with a little bit more heat. This one is called Padron, and this one seems to be favored by the slugs and pill bugs. We have quite a bit of leaf damage on this guy. I did put some Sluggo Plus down, which I think helped quite a bit, but it's still got a little bit of damage. But we've got a few pods set on there. There's 2 there. There's a couple in the back there as well. This is a really good variety. It's great on pizza. Oof, I think this is probably slugs. Slugs usually like to go down the center of the leaf like that. But hopefully the slugs are gone now. And then I think this one has the most peppers on it in the greenhouse. This is the shishito. So if you've grown shishito before, you probably know how insanely productive it is. But I don't even know how many pods are set on there. There's probably 8, maybe 8 or 9 peppers on there. So very productive, and they're almost getting close to ready to harvest. So we'll probably be able to harvest some of these in another week or 2. And then my absolute favorite pepper that I grow every year is this Korean gochu. Very versatile pepper, but I like to make kimchi and other ferments out of these peppers. So these are really nice heat level that I really enjoy. But we've got 2 pods set on there, and this is another one that's super productive and will need a cage so it doesn't fall over. And, oh, actually, I haven't looked at this one in a while. This is the cayenne, and I'm seeing quite a few. This might have more peppers on it than the shishito. I don't know if you could see all those peppers in there. There is quite a few. I'm thinking at least 10, maybe even 12 peppers on this plant. So that's pretty crazy. Looking really good. I haven't grown cayenne in a super, super long time, but I'm getting low on cayenne powder, so I figure I might as well grow one so I can make my own. And then our hottest peppers that we have, I've only got 2 Chinense varieties. This one is the Caribbean Red Habanero, and it's pretty loaded with flowers, but I'm not seeing any pods set on that one yet. And then the last one is the Ninfadora, which is a variegated kind of hybrid variety, I guess. I'm not sure what the F version is of this one, but as you can see, there's no variegation on this one. The leaves are actually kind of purple, so I'm not sure what to expect with this one. The variegated one I grew last year never did set any pods, so hopefully we get some pods out of this one and we'll see how it does. Now I did get one Ninfadora to have variegated leaves here, but I still have it in a container. This one is the slug's absolute favorite pepper, so I did not transplant it because it probably would have gotten eaten alive. And it did get quite a bit of leaf damage, so I've got it here on the shelf to keep it away from the pests. So I'm not sure where I'm going to plant this. I don't really have room for it in the greenhouse, so I'm not sure if I'll keep it in a container or maybe I'll plant it outside somewhere. We'll have to see. I've got a few peppers outside of the greenhouse already. We've got our Peppa Peach Stripey. So we've got all of our Bacchitums out here, which is one of these. This is the Bacchitum from Chris Fowler, and we do have one pepper set on it so far. I grew this last year, but unfortunately it didn't get stripes. Oh, actually there's another one. But hopefully we get some stripes on the peppers this year. There's another one over here. So this is going to be a really productive one, and we're probably going to need to cage that one too, because Bacchitum varieties are known to be very quick growers, and they get very, very tall. The other Bacchitums I'm growing this year are my Tangerine Tiger, which is the cross between a Sugar Rush Stripey and the Ahi Tangerine from Susan Garza. So I've got 3 phenos I'm growing this year. This is the yellow one that I grew last year and saved seeds from, and actually they're not really looking that great. They did lose some of their lower leaves, and my guess is that it's because it's been so cold at night. Maybe they just don't like that cold of weather, but it was like 42 degrees the other night, and it gets super hot during the day, so that temperature swing probably isn't great for peppers, but that is the yellow. And then this one, it doesn't really look too much better. This one is the Tangerine Tiger number 4 pheno from Craig Jennings. We've got some flowers on here. I don't think we have any peppers on any of our, actually I'm seeing one on the other one. We'll show you in just a sec, but this one I'm not seeing any peppers on. But the other one we have here is the Tangerine Tiger number 38 from Craig Jennings, and we do have a few peppers set on here. We've got one little guy there, and then we've got another little guy over here, and a few flowers. This one has probably lost the most leaves. Pretty much all the leaves down here are all fallen off. You can see one here that fell off, so I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's the temperature, but I really don't know. But hopefully it looks better. The new leaves seem to be doing okay. It's just some of the older leaves that are falling off. Now the last pepper we have is a funky one. This is the Rocoto. It's a olive Rocoto from Chris Fowler, and I was thinking about kind of cutting this one back because it's just getting kind of sprawly. Actually, I'm seeing some damage on the, I don't know if that's slug damage on the stem there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's something weird going on with the stem. I might have to put some Sluggo down around this, but we've got a few flowers, no pods set on any of the branches on here, but I don't know. I still might prune it back a little bit, but I haven't decided. But I might put a cage around this one as well, because these are known to get kind of sprawly. Like this one here, it's practically touching the ground. I probably should kind of do something to lift it up a little bit so it's not touching the ground. I don't know. We'll see. It's just growing kind of funky for some reason. But that's the last pepper we have growing in the garden this season. I hope you enjoyed this update. Overall, the garden is doing pretty well. We've got lots of tomatoes growing like crazy, and everything is finally planted. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.